Hi Dan, here we are a week later, reviewing what happened last Saturday and perhaps looking forward to tomorrow's clash. And everybody is burning with questions on their minds. So we ask you the basic question: what's your take of what's happening in the rugby world here in Cape Town?
Thanks, Mark. Well, in fact, I'm on the record already because if I recall, I said that I felt the Lions would edge the first test, but that the series would go to a decider, which means the Springboks have to win the second test. And that is exactly what has happened. You know, the first win means the Lions sit with all the advantages. The Springboks have all the desperation. They have to win the second test to save the series, to be able to win the series in the last test. So can the Springboks win this test? I think very much so. I'm still going with my prediction. One to the Lions, the second one to us. And the reason I'm doing that is because I feel the Springboks have picked a better team, a more balanced team for this test match. They've sorted out the forward situation where I thought the experiment of playing Bokke Smith at number 8 didn't really work because they didn't really change his role. I think they intended that he should be the fast ball winner on the ground, but for some reason they left him in Duane Vermeulen's role of taking the kickoffs, and he's just too small to run back the kickoff, and the Lions knocked him down every time. And you know, the kickoff is important because if there's a kickoff, it means we've scored points, and every time they kicked off to us, the ball went straight to Bokke, and we immediately lost the momentum. So this time we've gone with that 6-2 split, which is a bit of a risk, but that's what worked for us in the Rugby World Cup. In the Rugby World Cup, I must add, we had Francois Steyn to take the multiple role, the back who can play in all the positions from fly-half to fullback. And we're giving young Damian Willemse a chance to do that. So it's a big responsibility for him. I think Bokke is still on the bench, so they're obviously saying he's a sevens player, he can play on the wing. But our pack is stronger and more balanced. And our pack is hurting. One of the reasons is that we did extremely well in the scrums in the opening half, and then we sent on what we have learned to call the bomb squad. And that second pack didn't do particularly well. The Lions held them. So they'll be smarting about that. That's, you know, tight forwards and front row forwards, it's a matter of honour. So they're going to come with all guns blazing. And I think we've got the balance right by starting with Malaba and Kitshoff to really get into the Lions. So those few changes, I think, none in the back line. And I think we tend to forget that in the Rugby World Cup, when we sent players on in that final, it was R.G. Snyman that came on. Mostert, who started, came off the bench. And Francois Lowe, an outstanding ball-winning loose forward. So I think we've moved on, and the laws have moved on, and the game is blown in a slightly different way, as we've learned this week. The Lions too, they surprised me by making some strange changes. You know, they changed Ali Price at scrum half, who I thought had been one of their key best players, because I was surprised when they picked him instead of Conor Murray, but now they've gone with Conor Murray, which to me indicates they're going to still go with the kicking game that they employ. They're going to kick over the tops of our heads. They're going to kick and target Cheslin Colby. And one of the things that went wrong for us in the first test was the Lions kicked the ball exceptionally well, and we kicked the ball exceptionally poorly. You know, so if you're going to play a kicking game, you've got to be able to recover the ball. You've got to be able to compete for the ball, to make it uncomfortable for the other side, and we didn't do that. But all those things considered, I think we've had another week to get fitter. We're more settled. We're hurting. There's an old saw in rugby to beware of the injured Springbok.
Yeah.
He's a dangerous animal. So my view is this week it's our turn. It's going to go close. We've got a New Zealand referee in Ben O'Keefe. That should suit us a bit better. They blow the game more to our liking. Rassie has made his statements. I don't know if that's going to blow up in our face or work for us. But I'm saying the Springboks, in a really tough, hard, attritional game, will edge it, and we'll have one more to go next weekend.
Thank you, Dan. That was beautiful. Cheers.